Today is our last day of school, and I'm kind of relieved. It's going to be nice not to have that, but our homeschool is so relaxed that it's really not all that big of a difference. It'll be nice not to have to do a half an hour with William, his reading, writing, and math. It'll be nice not to have to stop and answer a couple math questions and check in with everybody, check their work. But we are so relaxed that it doesn't seem like it's going to be too big of a difference. It'll be nice to be able to focus completely on our Christmas preparations. But this is our last day. So one thing I'm really trying to keep up with is our housework, because Christmas can be such a busy time with all these extra items and clutter that can fill up our homes with. We have tons of Amazon boxes that are coming in. Keeping the house in order is just a really big deal at this time of year. So just all of us starting the morning with our chores, getting the house clean and put together before we start our day. That's what we're working on now. So we'll do a little bit of our schoolwork this morning. In the afternoon, I'll read to them. We're in the middle of the best Christmas pageant ever, which my kids absolutely love, even though this is probably the 10th time I'm reading it. And then we'll just be doing some fun Christmas wrapping, putting our Christmas cards together, all those little things this afternoon, maybe some baking. So I'm gonna put this away and we're gonna get started, and I want to invite you to join us. We are pretty much ready for Christmas. I have a few more things on our list to finish up, but with all the Amazon boxes, all the extra gifts, the extra craft projects, the cooking, all these things that we're doing that are out of the ordinary, there is a lot of work to be done around the house, and I find it so important to keep up with our housework. And so this is the part of the day nobody loves, and it's hard to get everybody going, but it is also the most important part to keeping everything together and to having a peaceful Christmas. If you're new here, my name is Sherry. I'm a Christian homeschooling mom to 10 kids. I'm married to my high school sweetheart, Nelson. We met in geometry class, so neither of us is very good at geometry. And I love encouraging other moms in homeschooling here on my channel and over on the blog, ourlifehomeschooling.com. During the last week before our break, we pretty much do reading, writing, and math every day. I do a shorter morning time, and I do read aloud to the kids. We have some favorite books that we read aloud in the afternoon. And then in the morning, I have some fun picture books. These are Nativity picture books specifically that I'm reading to my kids this week. I recently wrote a post over on the blog sharing my favorite Advent books, or the books that tell the Nativity story. We have a ton of fun picture books that we read around Christmas. You can find those on the blog as well. But I wanted to do a post showing specifically the books that tell about the birth of Christ, because especially for our little ones, they can hear a lot about Christmas. They hear, of course, about Santa. They hear about Frosty the Snowman. They see all the presents. They sing the songs. And I want to make sure that they are also hearing the main story, the story of Christ's birth. And picture books are a great way to do this. Some of our other favorite Christmas picture books are Mr. Willoughby's Christmas, The Little Fir Tree. I love 'Twas the Night Before Christmas by Jan Brett. Her illustrations are just beautiful. We love The Christmas Miracle of Jonathan Toomey. If you have not read the story, you absolutely should. It's such a sweet story. We also love Christmas in the Country and The Legend of the Candy Cane. These are just a few of our favorite picture books. Our older kids have also been busy this time of year. Our co-op doesn't meet during December, but we have a lot of people in our co-op that are just great at planning activities throughout the year, whether they're Christmas parties, birthday parties, just different get-togethers. So they've been busy doing those things. And I've had some nice mornings with the younger kids at home. Today, on our last day of school, Brinley here is making a dessert for youth group, and the rest of the kids are doing some of their independent work, and they were really good this morning about just getting right to it and getting it done. I didn't have to help too many kids on this morning, which was kind of perfect because my younger kids were having a really hard time. So I decided to just let everybody else work on their things in peace, and I took these little guys out for a walk, and I think that was exactly what they needed. I haven't been able to convince Ben to go in the stroller anymore, so this wagon has been perfect. And the cool thing about it is that all the kids want to pull it, which makes it easy for me. Back at home, inside, the kids had done a great job of doing their schoolwork. Brinley was finishing up this little pastry, and Julia and Ben were playing peekaboo at the window, which was really cute.
Oh, he tripped on James.
Oh, actually, wait, that's not.
Hi.
Go.
Hi.
Shoot, if you knew I.
What are you making?
Wait, just don't show me putting it on, and we'll just show.
Hi.
Oh, that smells so good. Alright, just.
Our girls love to bake, and they upload some of their videos and the things they've made to a YouTube channel, which has been a really fun project for them. It's taught them a lot, of course, about baking, but also a lot about just being consistent and learning technology skills and showing up every week to do something that you enjoy. One of the things we'll spend a lot of time doing on our break is playing games. And this game is one of our favorites. It's called Dutch Blitz. I don't know if it's popular where you live. We live in Amish country, so that it's a very popular game around here. The thing I love about it is that it's pretty fast-paced, and sometimes it's hard for me as a mom if there's a card game that's really slow. I get interrupted so many times that I feel like I can never finish. But this one, the rounds go pretty quickly, and it's super competitive. William is just in this stage where he loves Dutch Blitz, and he asks me to play it with him all the time. And it's a good skill-building type of game for them. They have to sort according to color and then also sort it according to number. Now, when I have little kids, especially like toddlers that want to play the game while we're playing, I'll give them their own set of Dutch Blitz cards, and I'll just turn over one of each color. There's 4 colors: blue, green, yellow, and we say red. Some people say orange. But 4 colors, and then I just have them flip over one card at a time and try to put it in the right color pile. So it's a fun game that the little toddler and preschool can play along with you. Now, of course, there's always the baby, and for us, that's Ben, and they're kind of a wild card. He's a wild card. We can't always keep them busy, but he was watching the girls baking, so that worked out just fine. I decided to make a salad for the kids for lunch. I think I made just salads for me and my two little ones, and then I just had the rest cut up and let the older kids make their own salads. I try to make these as interesting as possible. We'll just mix it up sometimes. I have the usual just lettuce, tomato, cucumber, sometimes some broccoli. But then the other things I try to change up. Sometimes I'll use raisins and apples, or I'll do craisins and nuts. Anything I can to make it interesting for my kids and to get them to hopefully eat more vegetables. I thought the girls' pastry turned out just beautiful. They did such a great job, and I was really proud of them.
Just bring it back so you know, get like a full size ball. Julia.
I didn't do that. Guys, I got tablets. I got to get Blitz.
That's way too much.
I'm telling you, those Dutch Blitz games can get really intense. One of the ways that we get a lot of the work done that I have at Christmas time is just to include the kids in it. I talked about this a little bit in last week's video. I'll link that for you if you want to watch. Here I'm reading again in the afternoon before I put Holland down for bedtime. This book is Room for a Little One, which is another adorable nativity picture book. If you get overwhelmed with all that's on your to-do list, I would encourage you to just find ways to include your kids. This isn't as easy when your kids are little, but even with middle-aged kids, as soon as the young ones go down for nap time, work on your projects together. One of the big things that our kids do is to help us with the wrapping, and they wrap most of our gifts. And this is honestly because they all beg to do it, and in fact sometimes they fight over who gets to wrap. And so we have to try to space it out, make it fair so that each person gets to wrap the same number of gifts or close to the same number.
They went up the mountain and we fly down. And they went and they were going to eat food.
I just love some of the illustrations in these picture books.
We're not going to waste that
Here, you can put it on. Well, yeah, whatever. And then, here, just cut off another piece of the scissors.
I think if you adopt a whole family mentality towards Christmas, or really towards anything, it gives everyone unity and makes everyone feel a part. And I think kids especially want to contribute. They want to do big things. They want to be a part of the work. And they get so excited about Christmas when they've helped with baking the cookies or wrapping the presents or decorating, bringing them along with you for every part of it. They want to be a part of Christmas.
Now, right? This is also Julia.
And the shepherds were having a sheep.
Yeah.
And the wise men, they had the wise men thing.
Let's do that.
And
Well, you might want to write it down here so you have a little
Oh, yeah, right.
T-A.
Another thing the kids helped with this year was making our Christmas cards. This is a freebie you can find over on the blog if you're still looking for last-minute ideas. It's so simple. The kids can color it. We cut it up and put it on some red and green cardstock, put it in an envelope, and we put our family picture in there. It's something very simple. On the back, I had the kids write handmade by and then put their name and their age. And it's just a nice card to send out. It's personal, and the kids helped making them.
Blue, I want you to
yeah.
and then you need, I'm going to get the crayons for you to color, okay? Father wanted to hear all about it. Well, Mother said, just suppose
Now, the best part of our day is right here. We finished up the best Christmas pageant ever. This is our favorite chapter book. I read it every year. My kids ask for it every year, and we just love it. Now, I've heard that the movie was redone recently and that it's really worth watching on Amazon, although it is kind of expensive to stream right now because it's pretty new. So that may be one that we're adding to our list this year. Speaking of movies, that is something we're going to be spending a lot of time doing on our break. When we have our Christmas break, I take about 2 weeks and we just spend all of our time enjoying each other, investing in relationships, playing games together, watching our favorite Christmas movies. The focus really is completely on family and, of course, remembering Christ's birth. We'll go to our church's Christmas Eve service, which is always a really special time. And then we'll have our Christmas with our kids. We'll spend time with my parents and my family. We'll spend time with my husband's family. We have cousins that are coming in from out of state, which is so exciting for all the kids. And I like to use the time off to take a complete break. I don't want to think about school at all. I just want to enjoy being together.
Oh, what are these supposed to be right here?
Well, I can put this on right
Wow, let me see what else.
Mary. I got a lot better than that.
I want to thank you for following along with us on our last day of school before our winter break. And if you like this content, I hope you'll subscribe and take a look at the video I did last week on preparing for Christmas. It shares a little bit more of our traditions. I'd like to leave you with a Bible verse that I read in my morning reading. This comes from Romans 15. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, so that by the power of the Holy Spirit you may abound in hope. Friends, if we have Christ, we have everything. He is the ultimate gift. Merry Christmas.